Hey guys, and welcome back to Shantae in the Pirate's Curse. In this part, fan service.
Are we just talking about, like, any part in which Sky is on screen, or...
No, I was talking about you can actually get to see Shantae's Desert Princess outfit again if you talk to Sky after the Tanline Temple.
Why?
Because she kept it.
For some reason.
Okay.
Just in case they decide to ever add a magic mode in a later release.
Well, fan service or not, it's like made of pure gold. I'd keep that.
I love this dialogue though. She tortures Bolo by being like, "Oh, it was okay. It was a girl adventure, and we were all wearing skimpy outfits." And he's just like, "Leave me alone."
You can give him 3 lobster tails.
Gone?
Yeah. No, they're just explaining why the town's different than how it was in the first game and second game.
So you just leave in that part with the mayor just so you you denied him his lobster tails?
No, just to show off what food you'd have to give him in order to get money. It's always different after every dungeon. So I go back every time because I always forget what it is, and I'm not sure if I have enough to give him anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a quest that you need to complete or anything. Though.
It's just if you've got leftover food, then you can give it to the mayor so that you can get some extra funds. You know, it's just a little bit of extra cash if you're like just barely low and you'd rather not grind.
Yeah, fair enough. You know, I played when I played Pirate's Curse on Steam. I still had that impression that the game was faster paced than Risky's Revenge.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, I play the game relatively slowly because I go out of my way to kill most of the enemies to get monies. But you can run pretty quickly. And another thing is that your abilities are more suited to travel than in Risky's Revenge. Sorry. Because you don't have to stop what you're doing to change into the monkey or anything. It's just you pop out the pirate hat or whatnot. So it's a little bit more kinetic that way.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like even the sword lends itself to platforming because you're doing the pogo stick thing like Scrooge McDuck.
Or Shovel Knight.
Scrooge McDuck was 20 years earlier.
Yeah, but
Scrooge McDuck did it first.
Shovel Knight's a good video game and stuff.
Shovel Knight is like every 8-bit game ever thrown into a blender.
I actually probably should have upgraded my scimitar polish.
But like if they threw every 8-bit series into a blender, what they did was they threw like all of the 8-bit Mega Mans in and just one title from everything else, which is why it's so goddamn Mega Man.
It's mostly Mega Man with like a hint of Castlevania in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it's a good way of putting it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so now we can make Bolo smart.
What?
Yeah.
Well, as we all know, if you put a pair of glasses on someone, it increases their intelligence.
Which is why I'm the stupid one of the group, because I actually have good eyesight.
Wait, come on. Don't you think, like, psychologically that's sort of true?
Yeah, you're more. Well, maybe not that you feel smarter, but people will definitely think you're smarter.
When the truth is, you probably just spent way too long staring at a monitor from 2 feet away, which isn't a very smart thing to do at all.
Get away! Duck!
Okay,
Mudbog
we can't.
Island. Oh
we can't,
god, it looks like a death volcano. Egg.
We can't delay the inevitable. This is my least favorite area in the game.
It's the most dangerous, definitely, because the enemies really hurt in this place. But I will say, I love the background music for Mudbog in the beginning. This the beginning section right here before you head into the how's it pronounced? The
oblette of
oblique of suffering. Whatever.
Oblique,
Hell.
Oblette. Yeah. Are you talking about the Village of Lost Souls area? Or
No. The area you're about to traverse through right now.
It is a good atmosphere piece, but I guess when I'm playing Shantae, I always tend to gravitate to, well, oddly enough, aside from the Tangle forest theme, which is probably a good 60% atmosphere and 40% melody. This is more like 80% atmosphere. So
definitely, but it sounds so menacing, and I think it does its job just perfectly. Pair of headphones on, especially, you can really suck in all those juices.
Well, it's weird. It's not necessarily menacing. It's actually oddly calming. It's just very eerie. I think
it starts eerie, and then it gets menacing once the second part of the song kicks in with that.
Oh yeah, you're right. When the lower instruments start to kick in. Also, I'm doing this the wrong way. You have to be like just at the very edge of your hair whip in order to hit most of these guys without taking any damage. So yeah, if you're gonna be all reckless like me, you're gonna take a lot of damage from these assholes. So
or you can just jump over them.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Well,
if I'm not fighting, I might just. Yeah, at this point, I'm already grinding tan line, so I don't need it.
But that requires grinding and stuff.
You have to go back there for cleanup anyway.
Yeah, but grinding. I'd rather just fight enemies that are in my way than grind.
By the time my first two playthroughs, by the time I get to tan line, by the time I get to mudbog, I'm already maxed out. Shantae's at max hair level. She has max attack rate level, and I pretty much have every item available. Maybe 9 auto potions, 9 super pipe balls, monster milks, super monster milks.
Here's the thing, like, I know, like, let's just say it takes the same amount of time total to say grind gems or just get gems as you play, but I'd rather not like have to take 30 minutes to stop what I'm doing and just mindlessly gather gems. I'd rather
it's not required. It's just my preferred play style.
Yeah, you like to be bored, and that's cool.
I like to be prepared.
Okay, you say potato, I say you are boring, so...
Cornbread.
So that's why Ted thinks Batman is boring. He prepares for everything.
Well, yeah, okay. If Batman's the kind of scrub who needs to grind for 99 gems before he gets started on anything, then yeah. Okay, sure.
He starts with 99 million gems.
Oh, okay, because because his parents paid for all of his microtransactions. All right, sure.
He was born into it.
He started the game with an action replay popped in. That's all it was.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that the whatever the fuck they are could attack you from the top until I tried that. And the fact that they've got their own sprite for that, where they turn into a mouth and bite you, is really kind of disturbing, actually.
And again, we got more Shantae 1 callbacks. These enemies are ripped right from the swamp.
Shantae
1.
The like jumpy guys in particular, or the
both of them. The ones that cling to the ceilings, the one that come from the floors, and the ones that jump. They're all from Shantae 1.
I can't remember. Are they as like grotesque looking in Shantae 1, or?
Yeah. Well, obviously the detail, they're more gel-like here. You got more of a swamp mentality with the way they looked in the Game Boy Color game, but here it's like they're made out of some sort of symbiote.
Yeah, black ooze.
Okay, so what you're saying is I should run into them and then become Black Pants and Bra Shantae.
We already defeated Nega Shantae.
But I want it to be like angsty for about like 30-ish.
No,
years.
That won't sell.
No. What you need to do is have Shantae completely change her hairstyle to something punkish or emo. Have her dance around.
But
she sees.
Well, she already does dance. She's a dancer.
No, have her dance around in a much more suggestive way and have her hit on every guy she sees. And that's going to emphasize how edgy she is. You see how it all works?
You shorten her hair, shave off both sides. So
shave off one side and have the other covering her eye.
So it should be like Bluebird.
Now, you have it covering her eye and go down to like the back of her shoulder, and the other side's just like buzz cut.
Yes, I can see it now.
Have her get tattoos all along one side of her body.
Yeah.
Oh, so she'll have
with one on the forehead.
Dancer tattooed onto her forehead.
Damn it, you beat me to it. Well, I was also going to say Genie, but whatever. I have Genie.
Not that. She's going to have Dance Dance Revolution tattooed all over her forehead.
What, she got the up, down, left, right arrows on her forehead?
My favorite parody of that is the picture of Ben Affleck tattooed on his forehead is, "I miss my mom and my dad, and that is why I fight crime."
Oh man, I like Leto's Joker design apart from the tattoos though.
They're
the
just
tattoos
so
and the tattoos and the grilled teeth. He doesn't need the fucking grill.
No. You see, I forget who said this on Twitter. I like the grilled teeth because it implies that Batman punched him in the mouth. And I notice how Ryan's being suspiciously quiet right now because he doesn't want to say anything bad about an upcoming DC movie.
No, I'm just saying that I have no opinion on the tattoos one way or the other besides the damaged one.
Wait, does that explain Ryan's commentary for like the last 6 games? He doesn't want to say anything bad about DC.
No.
Did you see Shantae's response to death here? Okay, she puts on the death mask and he details all this horrible stuff that he senses, and she's like, "I sound awful."
I also like the dialogue option for instead of no, it's like put on the death mask, and instead of no, it's just be yourself. It's just, oh man, I love the way this game is written. It's great. Like Way Forward have always been funny, but I think that the writing is so much sharper in Pirate's Curse as opposed to Risky's Revenge. This game got me to laugh out loud multiple times, and I still get a chuckle out of most of the lines when I replay the game. So
that heart squid that you just bypassed, you would think there's only one way to go through that, and that's from the bottom. You can actually stand on top of it, hold down and hit the jump button, and you'll fall through the platform.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, really? you can contra jump down to.
You can contra jump down to that heart squid. Yes.
You're supposed to get the Risky's boots in order to get that. Because there's speed booster blocks below it that you can break and then and get it, but you can cheat the system and get it that way.
This is something odd that I thought
Roddy Tops.
They bring up for this game. The Roddy Top's soul in this place. Why just her and not like her brothers? Abner?
Well, they're lost, and they kind of imply that that Abner's looking for his own soul too, because when you talk to Roddy Tops after this area, like Abner says something about the Village of Lost Souls and says something like, "A secret project I'm working on, none of your business." So I have a feeling that this is something that they're gonna be kind of like working towards for sequels and such. So yeah, it's kind of weird. It's sort of an unfinished plot point, other than the fact that Shantae and Roddy Tops become friends. Well, more friends.
Yeah.
It's weird. So yeah, it is kind of odd that this is such a it's kind of, I wouldn't say entirely out of nowhere, but it is sort of unresolved in a way. A lot of the stuff revolving this place is unresolved, really.
Yeah, it's kind of for the most part, it's just an area that hosts the next den of evil, but they introduce some concepts here that kind of just makes you raise an eyebrow at what they want to go with it. Unfortunately, it doesn't really solve anything by the end of this game, so hopefully Half Genie Hero picks up the slack, if it does at all.
I actually have the idea that a lot of this stuff will be covered when they do Roddy Tops mode. In Half Genie Hero, like.
Oh right, the other characters are gonna have their own stories and stuff, right?
Yeah, I believe so. So I think if it's gonna get covered anywhere, it would probably be there. No, I can't remember if I do this. I always forget how to get to that eye switch there. You have to scimitar downwards into it, and then it'll spawn a platform. I kind of gave up way too easily. I thought that I think you know what I think it was. I think it was I forgot. I'm in the mindset of I have to I'm gonna get all this stuff once I unlock the speed booster. So
yeah.
So that's why
I don't blame you getting into that mentality. That's usually how it goes with this sort of thing. That switch that you use the scimitar on moves the cage to the right, so that you can reach it with the hat.
Yeah.
And I think there's a Cacklebat on the other side of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Cacklebat because Cacklebat, if you're looking at stuff and if it looks like the thing you can't reach leads to a completely separate room, it's probably a Cacklebat. Heart squids are usually visible, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't blame you for moving on when you realized you didn't know what to do, because frankly, when you're recording footage for stuff like Let's Plays, and a lot of people make this goddamn amateur mistake, you don't want to spend like a really, really long period of time without editing at least, trying to figure out where to go or what to do.
Oh yeah, you know, worst case scenario, if I'm like whipping at every block, you know, when I scrub through the footage, I'd at least cut out like any like non-essential fucking about if I didn't leave the room.
You see, I can't. Especially for a game that I really like to play, I don't tolerate that in the slightest. I do a test playthrough, so I know the route down pat, so I won't need to do any of that.
Yeah, but you know, one of the things that really boils my bladder is that when a YouTube gamer channel like puts the word walkthrough in the title of their video, and then obviously while they're playing doesn't know what they're doing. It's like, because when I look up those things, I'm usually playing the game trying to figure out what to do because I'm stuck somewhere, right? But they'll spend like an entire part trying to figure out how to get past exactly where I'm stuck, and not actually figure it out until the next part in their lineup.
Okay, now this is weird. When the past 2 times I've played this game, I've chosen heads all 3 times, and then I've won. But there I chose, and that's just due to me. Whenever I flip a coin, I always pick heads. It's just what I do. And it's odd because I picked heads to start, and then I got tails with the blue gamer. So it's just kind of weird.
I think it's just luck based. That's the point. It's a guessing game. It's kind of weird that they brought back the minigame hosts for this part. Like, I guess they died after Shantae won.
Yeah, they said they one of the NPCs mentions that there were these people who used to do gecko races and stuff, and then they died or whatever. So,
man, that was one severe gecko race.
Yeah. Also, I'm kind of wondering how like a typical schoolgirl kind of became a zombie. Like, that's a little weird.
Look at that, she has a zipper on her button shirt.
She does have a zipper on her button shirt. The fuck?
No more?
No.
Oh, no, wait, she's not wearing a belt. We're okay.
Maybe it's not actually on her shirt. Maybe she's just wearing a zipper on a necklace for some reason.
That's the thing.
It's like, look at the position of the zipper. It looks like it's above her collar.
So
I guess.
So what does it? Maybe that's where like you know, like a stuffed animal. You unzip it, and that's where you put in her soul.
Okay.
Now this guy, I get the impression that he's actually Shantae's dad, because he says that he's looking for his daughter, and she reminds him of her. So
you wouldn't be the only one to get that vibe.
I got that vibe as well. Doing research, he's apparently a shout out to a video game character called Karnov.
They played that at AGDQ last time.
It was a 1987 NES game published by Data East. I don't know what the game's about, but apparently that's what that guy is supposed to be a cameo of.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you know.
Why that game though?
I don't know. Like, I want to read. I want to say there's a connection in some play, but I have never played Karnov, so I wouldn't know.
Okay. So anyway, we give off the manly musk, aka con smell, in order to get into the next dungeon.
You smell like some kind of mutant buffalo.
This is actually not the only time in which smelling too good has been a video game plot point. In Paper Mario, you at the end of the game, when you're Princess Peach, you disguise yourself as an enemy in order to figure out stuff. And the way you get figured out is Kammy Koopa noticed, wait a minute, you smell too nice. And then she's like, zap! And then, Princess Peach, you escaped! And then you get thrown back into
the jig is up!